Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your June 2026 monthly reading. This will be for all Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So we start off the month, of course, with a full moon in your sign. Of course, this occurred on the 31st of May, but we'll still be feeling this energy most intensely the first couple of days of June, but this will flow through all the way up to the new moon in Gemini on the 14th. So it's a great time for you to find closure, to wrap up projects, to clear things out that you don't want to carry with you, old patterns, thoughts, behaviors, because we want to set ourselves up for a successful Mercury retrograde, which we will start to feel right around the mid-June point. Mercury does go retrograde on the 29th of June, so we have a 2-week shadow period before that. Okay, so not always the best time to start new things in a retrograde, but it is a good time for reflection, to renew your energy, to refocus on things, and maybe even to revive some things there as well. We always need to be just a little bit extra cautious making big decisions during a retrograde. So we will have that energy start to creep in. But the first couple of weeks of June are probably going to be your best time to be really productive and to really get things done and to lighten your load. All right. June 9th. So we've got our two most beneficial planets in the sign of Cancer. Mercury is also in Cancer, by the way. Cancerian energy is very nurturing. It's very much centered around your home and your family, where you live, your stability, safety, security, the foundations that you've built in your life. And so this can really be where that focus is, whether you're looking on making some changes or maybe just spend a little bit more time enjoying life. Some of you will be really examining where you live. But we've got two of our most beneficial planets, Venus and Jupiter, coming into a conjunction in that sign of Cancer. You can actually, this is an astrological event that you can actually see with your eyes if you look up to the sky, usually just about an hour or so after sunset, and look up into the sky. You will see Venus and Jupiter all the way up for the next week or so. They get closer and closer and closer. And so Venus, of course, our planet of love and money, creativity, fertility and growth, attraction. Jupiter brings expansion, growth, opportunities, luck. And both these planets want to bring you a gift. So Jupiter, of course, being your planetary ruler here, you can really benefit from this conjunction. Things come together, we're working together, and this can be a really wonderfully harmonious aspect. So love, luck, harmony. This is that kind of planetary support where we feel like we're finding the resources that we need and we're not struggling too much. It's like a little bit easier, like a little breath of fresh air. So enjoy this energy, enjoy the beauty, enjoy people, treat yourself well, okay, and you will obviously be rewarded for that. Excuse me. On the 13th, Venus moves into Leo. Okay, and this can be a fun-filled time for a lot of people, heightened creativity, a lot of beautiful energy in the air. And Venus does make some wonderful aspects with some other planets in Leo for the first week, especially. It's like, boom, let's get at her. So this can be a really wonderful time for growth, maybe to make some change. We've got a full moon in Capricorn on the 29th, same day that Mercury goes retrograde. Okay, so again, the first half of the month is probably a little bit easier, a little bit more flowy for you especially. And then, things kind of get just a little bit up and down as we do come into that retrograde shadow. We've got forgiveness. They're all about your heart chakra here, folks. This is about letting go, healing, growth, compassion, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, blowing things away, that energetic load that you don't want to carry with you. All right. And, this is where we open our heart. Forgiveness can be a triggering word for some people. And, you're, very optimistic and you are a sign of freedom. So it may be a little bit easier for you guys to release and let go of things. But let's face it, we're human and we do sometimes hold a grudge. Okay. Forgiveness does not mean that we condone anything, that we condone anyone's behavior or anything like that. What it means is that we are empowering ourselves to release ourselves from a burden, right? And when we, just like this little dandelion seed there, we let things go and allow the cosmos to take care of business, right? And we feel better and we feel lighter. Now, perhaps this is about forgiving yourself as well, right? If you're harboring any guilt, any regrets, any shame, anything like that, right? This is a healing time for you. And this is a time to really embrace your magic and let these things go. This brings you wisdom. It may bring you more joy. It may just make you feel like a breath of fresh air has come in. And it's a wonderful energy of opening your heart. Okay. Not always easy, but always worth it. So were we debilitated with discomfort? Okay. So for some of you, it might make you uncomfortable opening your heart and embracing forgiveness, but this energy is knocking at your door and saying you're going to benefit from this. The debilitated energy can also represent that there may be something in your life. You may be at a little bit of a crossroads. You may need to make some decisions. Okay. And these are not easy decisions. It's like a little bit, just a little bit, you're not front and center necessarily. Okay. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay. But if you do find yourself in a situation where it makes you feel uncomfortable, try and take a step back and, observe what's going on, listen to what's being said so that you can really understand what's going on. And then you can figure out how to navigate a situation. So, is this something I need to get involved in? Is this something maybe a friend or a family member is going through something? I'm just going to be on the sidelines. I'm going to be like the wingman kind of thing. And I'm going to be there and available for support and help and guidance, a shoulder to cry on perhaps when I'm needed, but I'm not going to insert myself in this situation. Okay. And sometimes that can be a really hard thing to do because you do carry a lot of wisdom in your heart and soul. And sometimes your natural instinct might be to step in and help out, but that might not be the best thing for someone else because we all have things that we need to go through and experience. We all need to experience some hard times. So wait until maybe you're asked or, until you feel that maybe, you know what, I really think I need to intervene right now, or just take that step back and just be, all right? Just be there. Okay. It's not always easy for you guys, right? You're a fire sign. Okay. And it's like, but I need to do something, right? Fire signs always need to do something. Okay. But that might not be the best thing. Okay. This can actually be part of your growth experience, okay, by not stepping in and intervening in something that you're maybe not meant to, right? But I do feel here that, if you are in a situation where you don't feel comfortable, again, there might be a way out, but there might also, oh, thank you, there might also be a lesson for you to learn. Okay, so maybe a lesson of patience, a lesson of, being rather than doing. Okay. But if you are in situations that, you're either being called to get out of your comfort zone or you're just not feeling quite right, listen to your gut instincts because you may be, again, at a crossroads there. We've got two staircases. You might be at a crossroads. and you might be ready to make some change in your life in some way. Your overall energy, we've got Temperance. Okay, that's actually really quite beautiful. And you know what? Here you go. The debilitated card is card number 14, and Temperance is card number 14. And guess whose energy that is? Yours. Okay, so this can be really about stepping into your true sense of self. This can be really about focusing on your goals and your dreams. The Temperance card does bring healing. It is a guardian angel energy. It is also about finding balance in your life as well. However, it is also an energy of spiritual alchemy, right? Your time to create, your time to, take a couple of different elements, put them together and create something different, create something special. Temperance does bring patience, moderation to your world, and again, forgiveness and healing. So all three of these cards, they are all lined up for you, right? Patience, healing, everything in moderation, your ability to focus on you. Remember, you're guided and protected in everything that you do, right? But, but it's this calm, this sense of calm and peace, right? The forgiveness card, right? Same kind of thing. And then card 14 over here, right? So those things that have made you uncomfortable, or you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, take a step back. What is my lesson? What am I learning? Be patient with yourself or a situation here before, kind of making some rash decisions. And the outcome will probably be, a lot better. But it's a beautiful energy, and things just really kind of coming into alignment for you. And I really do feel this is part of the first part of June for you guys, right? Kicked off in that blue moon in your sign, that full moon on May 31st. And so this can be just a time of some blessings, or maybe just to embrace that calm, open-hearted energy. We have the Five of Wands. Is your advice from Spirit? Wow. Okay. So the Five of Wands, uncomfortable situation, perhaps. The Five of Wands brings about drama, competition, sometimes, arguments. Sometimes, we kind of, everyone wants to be heard, or everyone wants to be in the spotlight, right? But that Five of Wands can bring conflict, right? It can also bring a lot of energy where we do compete for those things that we want. We got to throw ourselves in the mix. And so sometimes we do need to tap into our fiery side. However, Five of Wands is, kind of maybe Spirit saying here that there may be some uncomfortable situations, or maybe some drama that opens up for you, or in your world, I should say. I don't know if drama ever really works for you. Well, maybe it does. But there's something here that is a challenge. Okay. And so you are called upon to embrace a challenge, to overcome a challenge, or maybe just to look and say, this isn't my fight, right? This isn't my fight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step back. I'm going to be the calm, right? Temperance energy. I'm going to be the calm. I'm going to keep an open heart, right? I'm going to be that conscious observer. I'll be here if someone needs me, but sometimes we have to let people fight their own battles, right? And that can certainly be that big message from Spirit. And, this can be a part of your personal growth and change, all right? But the Five of Wands says that there may be some challenge that you're facing, and Spirit really wants you to know that you're up to the task. Okay, we also, with this energy, Spirit's really saying there's something you've been holding on to, and it's not working for you anymore. It's not worth holding on to. We need to find that forgiveness. We need to let it go. Okay. And again, always easier said than done, right? It's easy for someone to say, just let it go. But how do you do that? Everyone does something in their own certain way. So take a step back, connect with your guardian angel. Temperance card does come about as a guardian angel. You're being guided, you're being protected. Okay. And so tap into the spiritual realm, the spiritual world. Open your, open your energy field up, and you will get some messages and guidance there. That gentle, calming voice and hand of an angel on your shoulder. we've got the Page of Swords, and this is your prosperity message for your month ahead. So this is awesome. Page of Swords, especially. Pages do bring news, information. The Page of Swords especially does. Okay, and this Page of Swords is like a very excited energy. It's like, look what I found. I found this, or I went to explore this, or I've got a big idea. What can we do with this thing? So I feel like the Page of Swords can be you discovering something. You may discover an opportunity. You may discover a career path. You may discover a new way to make money. And this can be really, really exciting because that Page of Swords is like, yeah, I'm always ready to try something new. And as far as your money, your prosperity goes, this can be a good thing, right? This can also be some good news. It's in the upright. It can be some really positive news coming in about your prosperity situation. I do have very full detailed money and career readings specifically that are already posted for you. Check the description box and the comments below for the money and career readings playlist, and you will find your readings there. Okay. So news, communication, messages, ideas, all these things are presenting in a really positive way. Pages can bring new things in, or a leveling up of something a situation that you're currently with. So you may have an opportunity here for a promotion, a raise, a new job, perhaps something that can elevate your financial situation there. So it can be really quite exciting. Keep an open mind though, because the pages can quite often bring in something really good and something that can blossom into, like a big deal. But it's sometimes we start a little bit small, or we have to take a step back and look and say, what are the possibilities here? So that's where our open mind comes in, because sometimes it may start off small, or it may look like you might be taking a step back, but ultimately the growth, the potential for growth has like unlimited possibilities there. We just need to be willing to see it. Your relationships, the Four of Swords. So this is nice. This is peaceful. Okay, so this can represent that, you can either make peace out of a situation that, may start out a little bit dramatic. Okay, there could be something that gets healed here, but the Four of Swords is rest, relaxation, peace, a peace of mind, inner peace, outer peace, and so very peaceful situation in regards to your relationships, your friendships, your business relationships, your family relationships. Okay, so something can be getting healed here, and we're like, okay, the dust has settled, the war is over, that Five of Wands, and now we're kind of getting along in a symbiotic way. This can also represent, because the Four of Swords, it can be a part of meditation and connection, but it is also one of feeling at ease, feeling calm, and feeling peaceful. And so this can be a result of forgiveness. And it may be, something from your past. It again might be something, because you can be having an inner battle there with that Five of Wands. And it can be something that you finally do decide to let go of, right? Even if it's like a friendship. And, maybe your friendships, or one of them at least, comes with a lot of drama. And you're like, I'm just not feeling this anymore, right? I don't want this drama in my life. I want to have fun. I want to be able to connect with people. I want to be able to trust the people that I'm with. I don't want gossip spread about me. I don't want, I don't want to, go and hang out with my friend and then everyone gets drunk at the bar every single day, that kind of thing. So maybe you're looking for more peaceful, harmonious relationships with that Four of Swords, where we can just hang out together, we can enjoy each other's company, we can have some good conversations, maybe we can learn from each other or do something interesting, but it doesn't have all of this drama with it. And so that could be what some of you are really looking for right now, or perhaps you are going to detach from a friendship, right? Again, that debilitated energy, that discomfort that you may feel around certain people. And again, you're at a crossroads, right? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I just quietly drift away, just like this little dandelion puffball there, right? Just float on the wind. And sometimes that's what happens with our relationships, with our connections, is that sometimes, especially when we're growing, we're evolving, you're on a spiritual path, your energy has shifted and our energy just no longer aligns and we just drift away. So wherever peace and harmony lie for you with that Four of Swords in your relationships, whether you have it now or that's what you're seeking, okay, that's what you can attain. All right. Um, so just kind of embrace that peace, right? Because all of this is leading you towards peace. That can be beautiful outcome, beautiful energy, and perhaps a beautiful kind of revelation within you, right? That you need, right? You want to have fun. You're adventurous. You're positive. You're big picture thinker. You're very philosophical, right? You like to talk about different subjects, right? But maybe that battle, that extra spiciness, is not what you need. So we're going to get you a couple of blessings here to round out your reading. And there is your first blessing. A blessed new beginning. Beautiful. A series of serendipitous events guides you to a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. Release all that no longer serves you. The past is behind you. Bless it and let it go. Your life is an eternal new beginning moving through time. What a wonderful blessing and a wonderful message to round out your reading, because all of this, again, is leading you to peace. And there's your next blessing, a blessing of gratitude. Be grateful for all your experiences, for all in life serves a purpose. There is a blessing in all that did or didn't happen. There is a blessing unfolding this very moment. Listen to your heart and follow its wisdom. Be mindful, for the journey is as important as the destination. And with that, I will leave that there for you guys. Those are your messages. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic month ahead. If you enjoyed your reading, please do like, share, and subscribe. Say hi in the comments. I will hi you back. And I hope to see you again next time.